HinderRUST Bike Lube cleans, lubricates, and protects gears, chains, and cables.
Hi, I'm Josh. I have been a bike racer and mechanic for over 30 years. I'm going to show you how to use the Floramix HinderRUST Bike Lube to lubricate chain and pedals on my bicycle. I use the smaller drip bottle for the chain so that I can target exactly where I want to get it. The first step when lubricating a chain is always cleaning it, and you can certainly do a really thorough cleaning job with a solvent tank, but for most of us working from home, we're just going to wipe it off. And what we do is we stabilize the bike. I'm just leaning against my garage, kind of wedged between the door jamb and a rock that I put down here, and I make sure that my bike will freewheel backwards so the pedal won't hit the garage door. I take a rag and double it over a couple times and then squeeze the chain on the underside of the frame here so that I can pedal backwards and apply pressure to it. And this is going to wipe off any excess dirt or grit or old oil from it. I'm going to squeeze it. Back pedal a few times, going to kind of re-grip so I'm getting the top and bottom now. I like to also clean off the pulleys, so I'll kind of pinch the pulley on the rear derailleur, knock off any bits of dirt that I might have there. And there's an upper pulley that I'll do the same thing with, making sure not to get my rag tied into there. Then I'll do the same thing with the chain ring, the front gears, and just kind of wipe off any excess grease or dirt that may be in there. Same thing on the inside of it. And you can see I've just gotten a little bit of the old stuff off of there. Once I've got the chain fairly clean, I'm going to lay this in a spot where it's not going to be on my sandy driveway, maybe on top of the frame, or if you have a workbench. And then I apply the drip lube just on the top of the underside of the chain here. And I'm just going to squeeze it enough to get a little stream flowing while I backpedal. I spin it around a few times. You can see a bit of oil accumulated there. Work it in a little bit, and then I do the same thing. I find a clean spot on the rag, and I just want to wipe off any excess oil so that it doesn't attract more dust or sand or dirt when I'm out on the trail. And you can see that that's a much cleaner version than what I did earlier, where I wiped off all the dirt and grit that was on there before. And the chain is good to go. Now, we want to be careful. Part of the reason I don't use an aerosol on this is there's a rotor for the disc brake, and we want to be sure not to get any oil on there or touch it ever. I save the aerosol for things like the pedals. There are little springs in here that allow me to clip in, kind of like a ski binding, and I'll just spray the aerosol on those springs and the mechanism that actually moves. Same thing on the other side. Just reach through. And that'll make it easier for my shoe cleat to clip in and out of that pedal really effectively.
A good rule of thumb is to clean and lube once a week if you ride daily, and periodically for occasional bikers. But it's a must after you ride in the rain, dirt trails, or anywhere that's very muddy. Order today. Click on the link in the description, visit Floramix.com, or call. Subscribe to the Floramix channel and tap the notification bell for updates. Made in the USA.